Hello everyone. How is everyone tonight? I hope you're all doing really well. It's exciting to be here for the conclusion of our classes, well, for the tag class. I hope everyone's faring well in little old Adelaide. We've got hit by storms today, so it's been quite an interesting day weather-wise. We've had a power blackout, which has miraculously just come on right this second. So we're actually still plugged into our camping software and so hopefully it will all run just smoothly, and we've got back up with real power as well, so that's pretty exciting. So I'm not going to show you the final tag just yet. I am going to wait until the end to show you how I've put it all together. And I'm going to say hello to people who are here. Hey Fee, hey Michelle, hey Debbie. Oh, Debbie got hit by golf ball size hail today. Wow. We watched some footage of Tanunda today, and that was really quite full on, very scary. And we've got our Josiah with us tonight as well. He's keeping us company as well. He's been working out in the weather today. He got hit. He was out. Where were you?
I wasn't working out in the weather.
No, not working out.
Working.
Yes.
And I was in the weather.
He wishes he was working out. Oh, Michelle, that sounds yummy. She's chilling with a bowl of ice cream. That's okay. You don't have to play along tonight. It's nice to have your company and just know that you're here in spirit. Oh, Wayne and Tina say hello.
Good evening.
Oh, no. Yeah, I've heard a few people's cars were damaged. That's awful, Debbie. What a shame. Must have been huge. Do you know, in Clare, we actually got nothing. We were warm, sunny and windy. That was the worst of it. We got really blown around this afternoon, but apart from that, we didn't even get an ounce of rain. It went round us.
Our son actually cleaned the pool today.
Yeah,
ready for a swim.
Ash jumped in. He had a swim.
Oh,
Ash
jealous.
actually jumped in and had a swim.
I'm jealous.
Yes, absolutely, Debbie. I'm glad everyone is safe. A car can get fixed, but it's nice to know that people are safe. Hey, Susan. Hey, Marilyn. Nice to have you all here. Alrighty.
If there's anyone new, do you want to show them what you've been doing this month?
Yes, that's probably a good idea, but without showing the front cover. Can I do it? Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, it looks like lots of people had damage today. I'm glad you're all safe, though. That's the main thing. Okay, and it's nice to have you, Rachel. How are you? So we have got our first page, which was our darkness. And as you'll see, I've prepped the backs of my pages as well, and I decided that I am going to write little affirmations on the back of them, like a quote almost, on each one behind it, representing maybe a mood or a feeling that I'm feeling at that time. So I'm just going to get my paint markers and finish that off at some stage when I get a chance. But that's what I've planned. So I've prepped them already. So I've just put them black gesso and white gesso, so I can use my paint pens on them. Our second page was alone. So now that you can't see the front cover, I can bring that up. Let me tilt it till the camera adjusts. There it is. So that was our alone page. That was our second one. A graduation again from the black to the grey. Then we have confide, which has gone from grey to a blue. And again, our little daisy is lifting its head. Then we have gone from blue to purple, and it's still got little reference points from each page, or each tag rather, in each one.
Hopefully you're starting to feel a bit better.
Yes, so now we can see that graduation process coming through, that it's getting lighter, it's lifting. As we go to hope, which was very pink, but soft, and feeling that little bit more like we can lift our heads up, just as the daisy is. From pink we go to this beautiful aqua green blue.
Your favourite colour.
It is, and it makes me happy. So this one is Enjoy. And again, it's become a bit more like how I am, and I managed to, you know, create a little bit more like me, which was lovely. And then we go to our last one, which was Light, and that's our beautiful bright yellow, making us feel happy, cheery. So we've gone from darkness to light, and we've gone from black to yellow. So that's our little tag book. So shall we see our cover? Alrighty.
So yes, once you've made those two, you want to finish it off, eh?
So the great news is I got my act together. These 3 weeks are already up on YouTube. Shock horror, I actually got myself organised. They are on YouTube. On the website, there is the whole downloads. So every set is a download. Available on the website right now until the end of the month, which is this weekend. So that is there for you.
So,
okay, let's go. Let's start now. I recorded very closely. So you'll see everything, but it's very up close and personal, which I wanted you to be able to see every detail. I've called my cover tag Art is the Answer because creating with this tag set, it showed that we feel good when we create. And I think there was a lot of us who are watching that felt great when we create. So I thought, what a better suited name than Art is the Answer than this cover page. And I decided to use my own rice paper. So I'm using a sheet from the Quaint Antiquity range, and it's my favourite sheet from that set. It's beautiful newspaper, oldie worldy kind of background, which of course I'm going to cover up with a heap of stuff, but it's my favourite one. So I'm coating the front and I'm going to cover the back as well with this rice paper. So I have put some gel medium down, and then I have added my rice paper. Then I'm going to tear it just roughly while I'm going to heat set it slightly around the edges so that then I can just pull it off, and then I'll flip the tag over and do the reverse side. So if you hear a noise in the background, that is a little generator going off in the background, a little amp, power amp. So that's helping run everything at the moment, which is pretty awesome. So just seeing if I can catch up on the feed, which is awesome. Thank you, Tina. I do love this paper range. It's very quaint, which is why I called it Quaint Antiquities. So you can see I've just torn the paper off there, and I'll have to repunch the holes out, obviously, because, you know, that wasn't thought through when I first punched the holes out. So how has everyone been today? I hope everyone's been okay. Apart from the storms, has anyone had anything exciting happening, or you've had some creative time? I hope you've all had a great day. Yes, Tina, we were without power. I think it's just come back on properly now. We had horrendous winds and about 4 or 5 trees in our area just totally down. So yeah, that's been an interesting little afternoon. The winds were so strong, but they've calmed down just a smidge now, and the CFS and are doing the best that they can. Poor guys out tonight. Hey Leanne, hey Marilyn. Yes, getting ready for a retreat. That's exciting. Absolutely. All starts tomorrow, so that's exciting. I am not prepared at all, but I will be there. So that is all good. So so I'm going to repeat this process on the reverse side of my tag. So I've made sure the front was dry before I flipped it over. And, excuse me. And I'm putting a generous amount of gel medium on the back to do the same process as we did the front. Storms can be scary, Leanne. I like it when I know everyone I care about is safe. Then I don't care. Once I know everyone's safe, I'm happy and in my home, and yeah, I'm happy to watch the storm go through. But if I'm out in it, then or I know people are working in it, I don't like that.
I had the "Are you okay?" phone call today.
You did? Oh yes, I called you. Yes.
Which was nice. I like that. It's good.
Do you? I think it's annoying, really. When I saw the footage, I thought, oh, you're not far from there, and was worried you were caught in it. My mum and dad were caught in it, which was a bit scary for them, I think. So, but everyone's home safe, so that's the main thing. So as you can see, it doesn't matter if the tissue or rice paper doesn't quite fit, because you can tear a bit and add it and it still looks like part of it.
So have I missed that? What rice paper is that?
So this is a sheet from the Quaint Antiquities range.
Okay.
So it's my favourite sheet. It's the one with the purpley flowers on it and stuff. So I thought it would make a good front and back. Hello, Kerry. Oh, I did see your post, Kerry. I'm so sorry. Boy, time goes very fast. I can't believe that's 5 months already. I'm thinking of you, Kerry. I'm just getting into that screen. Okay, sorry, my phone just moved and lost it. Oh, Michelle, yay! I look forward to seeing what you've created. I loved your pages that you put on the hub the other day. They looked fantastic.
I like what you did on the back of the tags. Is that the right?
Yeah, that's the right Michelle. Yep, they looked awesome, didn't they? Ah, that's why. Oh, it's the power. They're saying that our power has been restored.
Oh, wonderful. I guess when the lights come on that the power is restored.
I'm just reading Marilyn's comment. She's saying about her a storm that hit her and her husband earlier in the year while they were driving. A tree fell down in front of them. Oh, and it hit the top. Oh, that's scary, Marilyn.
Very scary.
When we stopped, the wind was pushing the car across the road. Oh, my goodness. Wow, that must have been some strong wind. Far out. That's incredible. I'm glad you're here to tell the story. It's a great photo, Kerry. And I'm really glad that maybe you got some answers to some stuff too. That's really good news. All right, so I flipped my tag back over, and you will have seen these stencils throughout the series. So I thought I'll use them again. So I have added it with some modelling paste. So I'm using this Tim Holtz mini stencil, again with the cobblestone kind of effect. And the Tim Holtz, it's sort of almost a wallpaper flower one that I've been featuring throughout this set as well. So I'm going the half and half because there's some method to my madness. So yeah, I'm adding this with just plain modelling paste, no fancy schmancy kind of paste. It's just modelling texture paste, and then it's going to be heat set. Really stock standard. I thought I don't need to overthink it because I've been doing a lot of that. Wow. Unreal, Marilyn. You would have seen some things. Definitely. So I'm just cleaning up my mess because modelling paste is messy. Thank you everyone for all your support the past, well, it'll be 4 weeks, won't it, with this one. It's been amazing to have your company every Thursday night. I'm going to miss it a little bit. Next week's going to be full on with the retreat, so that's exciting. So we'll see each other there. But yeah, I'm sure I'll have some more lives coming for Sew Embellishment too in the next couple of months. So that's always something to look forward to and catch up with everyone. So yeah, boring.
Straight to a white page.
Well, it was drying, so I thought, why bore them with that? And I'm now choosing the elements that I want to place on the front of my page. So I'm using 2 different chippies from Too Crafty and a beautiful mould from Prima. Thanks, Michelle. Thank you for everyone that's been sharing and commenting and, you know, doing your bit as well. That means so much to me. It's really, really appreciated. So I'm priming my chippy with some black gesso and, of course, making sure that I lift it before that gesso dries. So you'll see me move it so that it doesn't stick to the paper background.
So there's method to it.
There is. There's always something. They are beautiful chipboards, Kerry. They play really nicely too. Really, really nicely. They paint well, they colour well, they cut well. They're really good. And the really delicate ones still work really well too. Thanks, Debbie. It is good. It's nice when we can have a little community, chat, and hopefully outbuild one another. It's always important. I do like reading your comments too. And when you have your little chats. I learn lots of things about you. So you'll see me now that half my butterfly is going to be black. Just half. Maybe, Kerry. So I'm priming half of my butterfly, being very, very careful not to get any black on the other side, which, believe me, is very hard. Thank you, Tina. Your support's been amazing. So this butterfly has lots of little grooves and holes and nooks and crannies and lots of places that a brush doesn't always want to go into. So you'll see the painstaking of that a little bit later. So half of it's black and the other half I'll prime with white. Oh, must be someone we know. We just had a car honking their horn. I don't know if that picked up through the speaker.
Get a lot of streakers here in Clare.
No, we don't.
Oh. The wind makes people crazy.
Well, wind does make people crazy. I don't think it makes them streakers though.
Oh, sorry.
Oh dear, that's funny. So as you can see, I'm glad I didn't go and get a really, really dainty butterfly because this was already quite fiddly. Yes, Kerry, I should. Good idea. I can do that. I'll do a little live with making resin.
Oh,
Yeah. I've had a few people ask me to do that, so maybe that's something I should do. Have some pre-made ones and then show the process. Oh, Tina. Oh, that is so sad. That's hard. Oh, wowzers. Well, if you need anyone to talk to, Tina, don't hesitate. That's hard. That's really hard.
I'm sure she's a good support for people, Tina.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard when people rely on you to be the strong person. You can be strong for other people, can't you? But then sometimes you need a bit of support yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's nice to be there when you can.
I'm sure your daughter will really appreciate the help as well.
That's very black and white, Emma.
It is. I felt like Two-Face. I think it's funny when I watch this, how my hands react. I don't use my pointy finger. I hold it up in the air. So I'm just drying that, ready to put aside for what I need to do next. Oh, look at you all lovely people out there. Tina, you've got all our support, which is lovely. Michelle, no, I'm not doing a class at retreat, but I will be there cheering everyone on and part of the teams, and yeah, so I'll be floating around and I'll be talking, and yeah. You might wish I wasn't there.
Are you in a team? You're in a team.
I'm in a team, yeah. Yep. We don't know what the teams are just yet, though. Yeah, it's exciting.
Secretive.
Secrets. All will be revealed tomorrow. So now I wanted to reflect the story or the journey through those tags. So I'm blackening one side up to do the light, the dark to light kind of effect on the front. And then I am going to, so I'm going quite heavily along the edges of this one. I'm not sure, Michelle S. There's two Michelles on tonight. I think Michelle Grant will go all through it tomorrow, so we'll all know exactly how it all works. So now I'm grabbing out some Distress Oxide. I went for the really trusty Distress Oxide technique for this front cover because I just know it works and I like the outcome. And they played an important role through the journey of tags as well. So I thought, why not better to reflect it on the front as well. So there's our graduation. Graduation? Graduation. Yeah, that's the word. It's gradual. So half, so we're going black to grey. If you're painting something gold, you're base coat. Oh. There you go. I didn't know that, Marilyn. That's very good to know. Oh, you're working all week, Michelle. Oh, there'll be days where I'll have to catch up too. So now I'm adding, this is patina. Yeah, patina. Green, salvaged patina. That's what it's called. Too many names going through my head.
I should have called it Funky Cold.
Funky cold patina.
Yeah.
I don't don't think so.
No?
No.
Oh.
And
Maybe-
then,
Maybe that's why I don't design those things.
yeah. And this one is Kitsch Flamingo.
Oh.
And then we're going in with lemonade, squeezed lemonade. So there's a very, very short amount of colour shading, but I wanted that black to light. So it was reflected a little bit. It will get lost a little bit, but it's still there. So yeah, adding a little bit of this yellow right through onto the modelling paste. Don't encourage him, Debbie. He has to have dad jokes. Isn't that the rule? When you become a dad, you have to have the really bad puns and dad jokes. So that's it. That's my cover. I decided against all the chipboard that I painted, and yeah. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, I haven't actually got the new colour yet, Tina. I had this gut feeling it was going to be a purple, and yeah, it's a very purple, which I guess is what was needed in the set. The last colour, as in the yellow, Michelle, it's squeezed lemonade. Yeah, I haven't showed him that yet, Kerry. I was just thinking that I should show him that little song.
I don't know anything about that.
No, it's so cute. Kerry does a little song about all her scrapbooking stuff she bought.
Oh.
So now I'm just adding some stamping because a page isn't done without stamping for me. So even though it's reflecting the tags that I've been creating, I wanted to still be true to my kind of techniques. And yeah, so I've added stamping. And I can't help it. I go grungy. I can't help myself. And I'm making sure that ink is all dry. I'll show him later on, Kerry. I'll show him your little song. It's so cute. So now that that's dry, I start to work on my chipboard and my resin pieces. So who can guess what I'm going to... I've already put it out there. I gave it away. And I realised that I was working off the page, so my camera will move in a minute to catch up. So I've used a variety of colours to match some of the colour tones within the set. And I've used purples, blues, golds, whites, and I've even used the new, what do you call it? Oh, I can't remember what I've called it. It's the new black, graphite it's called. Yeah, so it's beautiful.
Black. Is that cooler than the old black?
Yeah, it's so new, it's so now. Oh, let me see what these.
I mean, they've had whole television shows on people that can't sing, so don't let that put you off. The trying is the important thing.
Oh, I don't know what these chippies are called. I'll find out, Kerry, for you, and I'll PM you. This one that I'm playing with now is classified as a doily. And as for the, I don't know what the I think it's a flower border, but I can't remember exactly what the flower is. So I'll find out for you and let you know. But yeah, it's a border, the other one. So if you're looking for it, it's a floral border. So I'm really just mashing up the colours in this piece of chipboard, playing with all three. I realised my finger was wiping too much of the colour off, so I'm using a brush. That way you get a hint of the pink, the purple, the patina, and then eventually I use a little bit of that white gold. So the patina and the purple and the pink are all matte waxes. The white gold is a metallic, so it adds a bit of shine at the end. Say that really fast.
I really like that people have supported you, but it's nice they don't. We understand that people are busy too, aren't they?
Yep.
So if you're not there all the time, you don't have to feel bad about that.
I don't know. No,
People
of
are-
course not. You have
people are-
lives.
That's right. People are busy.
You have commitments, and you've got to do what you need for your family and for yourself. So no, when you can support, it's been amazing, but I understand when life gets in the way too. So it gets in the way for me. I don't always get to do the stuff I want to be present at either, so I totally get
you
it.
did, while we were away, you did
Oh, let's not talk about that.
You did a little bit of arty stuff when we were away, didn't you?
I did. I tried out some new painting techniques. I don't know if it was very successful. I think I'll try it again now I'm home with all my supplies. But yeah, it was playing with acrylics in different ways. So yeah,
I think it looked good.
it's all right. I'm not loving it, but I'll try it again. I've got to perfect it. I love waxes too, Kerry. They're the best things on earth. Oh, apart from chocolate.
I think some of them smell nice too, don't
They all smell nice. So I've added a little bit of white gold, which looks like I've covered the whole lot on camera, but up close you can still see a lot of the lavender hues and the pink. So it hasn't all just disappeared. Yes, you totally should, Susan. They're fantastic. Camping was actually really good fun. We had fires every night, didn't we?
Yep.
So we snuck in a camp for fire ban.
We wanted to go before. Well, it's usually the 31st of October, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fire ban.
something like that. So yes, we snuck in. We had, oh my goodness, Ash got so much photography done. And yes, some amazing shots he did get. We were surrounded by bird life. We had a camp snake that would visit almost daily, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it sort of went near the camp.
Little brown snake scared the poo-poos out of me. Especially on the first day. I just got there and I said to the boys as they're setting up, really hope we don't see any snakes while we're here. And just, I reckon about 15 minutes later, there was one crossing my path. And I'm like, snake. So you can see that I was a bit rough and a little bit of chipboard came off. But that's okay, because we can fix that. So I've used white gold and rich copper on this one. Yeah, no, it wasn't a 4-star hotel, Kerry.
It was probably the most luxe camping we've ever done, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were very well set up this one. Joe and Jude, they love to set up with all the everything. What do you call them? Your amps, your chargers, your so we had power constantly, everything well lit. You're not trying to do things with like candlelight.
Toilet, we had a shower.
Had a toilet, shower. Yes, I braved a camp shower. It was pretty good actually. And we were right on the river, so it was absolutely beautiful. We went kayaking. It went too fast though, that's all. And the nice thing is all I have to do is dinners. I look after the food and the boys do the rest, so I don't have to do much at all really. So now I'm starting to add colour to my resin, resin. And I decided that if anyone can recall, back when I first put out an advertisement for this series, there was a butterfly that I used with progression of colour. Well, it had a two-sided tone, that's right. The progression of colour is my thing, but the butterfly, it was a monarch butterfly. One side was black, one side was orange. So I've decided to replicate as closely as I can that particular butterfly because that was inspirational to me. So one side was black, which is what I'm working on now, with a little bit of this lighter shade coming through to just add shadow. So you can see how many little craters are on this butterfly's wings. The black and the white wax work beautifully. You will see I have quite a bit more trouble when I go to put my orange wax on. So you'll have to bear with me for that because it's probably a bit painstaking to watch. Because I used a wax that I have had for a very long time called Firebird, and it just didn't want to apply real nicely, but it gets there in the end. Hey, Cheryl. Thank you. Yes, Susan, we were at the river and we had no one around us. It was beautiful. So the most we had was all the animals. That was our company. I mean, there were other campers in the area because we stay in a, what was it? It's a conservation park. That's it. So because it's a conservation park, the campsites are all spaced quite far away from each other. So you don't really even hear other people until somebody does like this humongous sneeze, and then you're like, oh, there's other people. But otherwise, yeah, we felt very on our own, which is lovely. You have the people on their boats doing skiing and stuff, which is always entertaining to watch, and you see the houseboats come through, and yeah, I find the river very relaxing, except when Mr. Snake decides to visit.
We did a fair bit of sitting in the evenings, didn't we?
We did a lot of sitting. We had a resident kookaburra that came round at about 7 o'clock every night for dinner. And I've never been this up close with a kookaburra like I was on the weekend. It was amazing. He was absolutely beautiful. Yes, we did give him a few little treats, but he had a partner in the tree up the way, and he kept encouraging her to come over, didn't he? And on the last night, she did. So cool. So, yeah, I kind of skipped a little bit for you. See how painstaking that orange was? But look how effective he looks. So now I'm just playing around with the waxes, doing the light and dark shade, adding a bit of different colour to get different effects. So I'm just sort of playing around with this beautiful piece of resin. He was Leanne, and we had quite a few, what were they, hawks? Those big hawks, whistling hawks, I think Ash said they were called. And they were on the lookout for the snakes too. Ash caught a carp, and we turned our back for about 15 minutes, and the hawk had taken it. So I've added a little bit of white to the side of my butterfly, and then realised it was too much, so I add more of the Firebird back in. But it allowed for it to get into some of those craters. Oh, cheeky little kookaburra, Debbie. We went on a houseboat for our honeymoon too. Snap. So I'm just playing around with the waxes, making sure that I'm really happy with the coverage. So the farm that you went on, Tina, did you, was it an animal farm, or was it just a farm that you would stay on? And now I'm adding just the smallest amount of this graphite black to the edge. I can sell the resin butterfly, Michelle. I haven't got him on the website yet, but I can definitely make you one. Just PM me, and I'm happy to do that for you. I've got some new molds and I haven't had a chance to make them and add them to the website, so I'm happy to make that for you. It's a very nice size. I don't know what the dimensions are. What do you reckon that is?
Well, you know how wide your page is.
That's true. So it must be about 3.5 inches by 2.5. It's decent size. So now I'm going to start putting it together. Oh yes, I have a doorknob that's going on this page. I found this amazing doorknob when we went to Lincoln, and I have been itching to use it for something, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to use it on. What shall I do? And yes, I finally thought this was the perfect piece. So you will see it in all its glory in a minute. It's a really old one by Seven Gypsies, which is super old. So I've added some of that white wax to the edges of my yellow because I can't get enough grunge, obviously. I have to grunge it up. And then I thought I'd put it over the black as well a little bit because then it gets in between those stoneworks and looks really cool. Anyone who would like a butterfly, please don't hesitate to PM me. I'm happy to help you out. I do sell resin embellishments, Leanne. On the website, I have a heap already listed, but I've got new ones like this particular one that I haven't added yet. So you're welcome to have a little look on the website. Wow. So it's actually, get this, it's a brad. Yes, it's a brad.
How long since you've used a brad?
I know.
You said to me, I don't use brads.
It's amazing because it's a brad. I'm like, how am I going to stick this down? Then I opened it and I'm like, oh, it's a brad. So what I was doing there was just indenting my page with where the brad is going to go. And then I have popped, I've got a hole piercer, and you can probably see, it's more like a little needle that goes through, and it gives you the right, see, look, it's a brad. How cool is that? So I've got my holes punched, and now I'm going to feed it through. Oh, I know, Debbie, right?
Is that like so old that it's cool again?
I don't know, but I wish they still made them. The only unfortunate thing is now I have these beautiful brad pins at the back of my page, but I figured I'm going to put a printed quote and cover that, so it won't matter. It's a little bit different, Cheryl. It's the same but different. So they don't make that particular resin that we used to make in Clare. So yeah, it's a little bit different, Cheryl. Did you see what Kerry just said?
All I make is coffee.
You can't use brads when you have a Joe. Oh, that's so funny. Hey, Annette, it's nice to have you here. Oh, the internet is causing havoc lately. It better not for a retreat. Hey, let's hope everyone's internet is working well for that. So I still wanted to give that door handle all its glory, but also the butterfly. And so having two pretty amazing elements on the page was like, what do I do?
It's like a competition.
It is.
The front page.
So I've used that beautiful doily chippy on the base, then added the door handle, and now I'm working out these flowers to add. So they're all layered upon each other like I would normally with paper. I'm using it with embellishments. And because it's sitting on top of the chippy, it gave me a little bit of leverage so I could tuck the other chippy underneath it. Thank you, Kerry and Debbie. Thank you for liking it. And thanks, Annette, for liking the butterfly. I do love the butterfly. Oh, wow, Cheryl. I think they have an expiry date. You might find it a little yellow. It might still work, though. And look, I do the Mr. Whippy. When I put my video together, I'm like, oh, I do the Whippy. So for those that weren't here last week, Josiah called it, when I'm ending the glue, because it's stringy, I'll probably do it again in a minute, I wave my, wave my hand around to collect all the string bits of the glue.
Twizzle.
So, obviously by now you'll realise that your tag cover is going to be a reflection of you for your book. So, I've created what I wanted on the front cover. So, when you create your tag, I want you to be inspired, but make it about what you love. So, like I said, I was inspired.
Opening doors.
I do. I love I was going to say I love a good doorknob, but that sounds wrong.
Rads. Well, that'll get people
Oh
talking.
dear. Anyway, moving on. I have found some lovely, lovely places to put my chipboard, as you can see. Oh, that's a great idea, Susan. That would just look beautiful. Do you know, creating this handle made it, I've got this handle thing going on my hand. This cover page made it feel all cohesive. And it actually felt like it made some sense to me once I put it all together. That's what I wasn't going to say, Kerry.
Wow, what do you guys talk about when you're not here? Unreal.
Yeah, you should come to one of our classes. Yeah, I wish I'd been able to get more of these. This was like one in a pile of goodies that I was rummaging through, and I was just so stoked to have it. So I'm really happy that it's on something that means so much to me as well, like making this anxiety tags, and then being able to put it on something like this is a nice piece, I think, because otherwise it'd probably sit in my stash and not know what to do with it. It's great would have been great to even put on an art journal cover. Same sort of thing. It's like it's going to open the door to your creativity.
I think that because it's a front cover, you like it because it doesn't matter how many layers are on it.
Absolutely.
I
I
can
can go
see-
as bulky as I
I can
like.
see that you just love it because you can just pile it on.
Oh, I know. Is that bad?
Oh, it's good. That's the way you scrap.
So I have now I'm choosing some more little embellishments that I wanted to cluster around with my butterfly. I was going to use flowers, but they just seemed too heavy and took away the importance of the butterfly. So I've found these cute little medals and these awesome little glass domes. See here, I'm playing with some flower and I'm like, they're cool flowers, don't get me wrong, but it was just too much. I thought, no, I'll just stick to the medals. Yeah, I think Wayne's heard quite a few of our conversations, Tina. Michelle, that's so fun though. Rummaging through your stash and putting elements that maybe you'd forgotten about is always fun, and altering them. Because the great thing about mixed media is it doesn't have to stay the colour or plain. It can be changed. That's what's fun about it.
You might have to have people put in a sneaky Brad on their cover. Somewhere.
Yes.
Find a way.
There's
to
your
use
challenge.
a-
Use a Brad on your front cover.
Yes.
I like it, Joe. You and Brad. Hey.
It's not Bradgelina. It's
Oh dear. You're funny. And I got very sticky fingers. I was sticking to all my embellishments. I wasn't doing enough of the twizzle.
Mr. Whippy.
This is so weird if you play this back. Oh dear. Gets a bit weird. There's something therapeutic about stash busting though, Tina. Because I think you come across things or you think of using things in different ways that you wouldn't have thought of, say, when you bought it or 5 years ago when you bought it. It changes.
I actually think this is probably going to be a bit too deep. I don't know if it's the right forum for it, but this in life you have bits of old and bits of new, don't you?
Yeah, and my body's telling me that all the time.
But you bring things with you, don't you?
Yep.
So sometimes things that you thought would disappeared a long time ago, sometimes they're still there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's part of you, isn't it?
Well, it's like the journey of what we've done with these tags. Even, we get down because of things that have happened in our past, or, we think about things and maybe life hasn't dealt us the best, but then we find a way to get through it and find some positive out of it. We change things. We add that layer of gesso.
I think it's nice because you've wanted to do something I know you've wanted to do something for like this month for a long time. And I love how it's come together.
Thank you. Yeah, Joe actually hasn't seen this one yet. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you like it. I was trying to think how I could, give everyone something for the tag, but then I thought, no, this needs to be personalised. This needs to be what you want it to be. So now I'm just going to add some twine around my door handle. And I'm not even going to read Kerry's comment.
Do you put like a little do not disturb sign as well?
No.
Oh.
No, I do not. Josiah. Oh dear. Yeah, it wasn't working for me, this little bit of twine, but I make it work eventually. Oh dear, it's funny. There's a couple of people here I haven't said hello to. Jenny and Val, thanks for being here. And thank you for liking my tag. So I'm going to cut them and then sort of twist them so that they sit together because they were annoying me. It took all my patience not to cut them off. But I thought, no, I'm going to make you work. So I twist them and then I tuck them behind my little butterfly wings and they stayed. I was going to add a key, Marilyn, and I didn't. I decided no, it would take away from the butterfly. Oh, Tina, that's very poetic. It is, though. As horrendous as fires are, they are also very healing. So here comes my title. Can you believe this piece, this is a Prima medal or Finnabar medal. It has been sitting on my turnstile, on my desk, for about a year and a half. Just sitting on there. I haven't put it in a drawer. It's always just sitting there. And I looked at it today and I thought, I've got the project for you. So I added that. So that says, art is the answer. And now I'm adding some gel medium and I'm going to add some little glass beads.
Like a phoenix.
Ah, I see. I got a little happy with the amount of gel medium that I put on there. So you'll see beads rolling everywhere in a minute. And I used a sort of a black bead and a silver, I think it was, or a pewter. And I'm adding these into the sections around my butterfly.
That's amazing you said that, because I just thought it is beautiful.
Oh, oh dear. Oh no. Who brought Joe? I got no words. I'm lost. I'm lost for words.
Use some beautiful things on
Oh,
there.
shush. Let's get back to the tag.
Oh, sorry.
So I went a little heavy, and so in a minute you'll see me altering the way that the beads sit. First I got to add more. And I'm tapping off the excess into my emboss tray so that I can collect the excess and reuse. So because it went a little bit heavy over my butterfly, with a brush, a fine tipped brush, I'm going to remove just a little bit from sections of it so that then they look a little bit neater. So some I took away from my flowers, some I took away from my butterfly. Yeah, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the beads too, but at the same time I love using them. They add just that, I don't know, little bit of... It's like having glitter, but not glitter. Mm. Yes, Leanne, it's the perfect finishing touch. Absolutely. And it wouldn't be mine if the quote wasn't crooked. Hey, Joe.
Oh, I didn't even know. So
Oh,
that's good.
Okay. I didn't make it crooked. Oh, that's so funny. So I am nearly finished this front cover. I'm going to add some pretty white splash. And I think I saw Michelle say something earlier that it's a little bit steampunk. And I guess it is a little bit because I love steampunk and I love the grunginess of it. So I guess that's a reflection of me and my style as well. And it was fun to create for me. I mean, I've always created for me, but, you know, this one was really me. Like you said, I build my elements, I use the colours that I wanted, that sort of thing. So it felt like this is my story. Mm. Yeah. You're liking how much flicking I'm doing? Joe is raising his eyebrows because he's like, really? Are you flicking that much? Everyone, tell him how much flicking you should do. So I'm now going to just clear my space and then I'm going to give you a little close-up. And then I'll show you my book all together because I didn't record that. I thought I'll just show you. So there's my tag cover, all complete. I'm pretty happy with that. I hope it's inspired you to create something fun out of your stuff. See, we flick as much as we stand. A lot, see? Thank you. You don't have to be good at flicking, Marilyn. You can flick everything. Okay, we're back. We're live. We're in real time. So here is my all together book. So what I have done is I've used the good old round clips. So these are a medium sized. Again, it would depend on how bulky your tag book is. So where I've just used a medium size, and then I have collected a heap of different fabric and laces, and again I've color coordinated it. So let me just bring it in. The camera likes it to come closer.
Extremely close. It likes.
This close?
Yeah. Look at that.
So you can see there's a yellow. You can't quite see the color. That's all. It's just
the
a
light
bit.
too bright.
All right, let me tone it down a bit.
Turn it down.
There we go. Now we can see colour.
Ah.
So we've got that soft yellow. We've got blue, that sort of greeny blue. And then this little lace here has got pink tips to it. And then I've cut up some calico and some black. So, and then I haven't put them on exactly the same stage as each other. I've randomized one ring to the other. Yes, I will post up photos, Michelle. I will pop them up into the, on Sew Embellishment as well as the hub. I'll just share it everywhere. So that's it, complete. So front to back. So yes, I'm going to put, so as you can see, I've got the brad holes here. So I thought with this one, I'll put a quote. I might print a quote to put over it, or I might not. I might leave it rough even because, you know, sometimes we have spikes about us. But yeah, all the others are ready for me to put little affirmations or quotes regarding that. So that is it. That is our little tag collection all finished. It's a bit sad, isn't it? But kind of cool that it's all come together.
What are you doing with the whole month's project thing? You doing anything with that?
What do you mean?
Like the whole 7 tags, are they still available?
Yes. So they're on the website. They're available for download until the end of the month, which is Sunday.
Okay.
Yep. So they're available, and if anyone misses out or wants it printed, I'm also happy to print and send out for a small cost. So they will always be on the website after this weekend's finished, but it will be for a small fee.
Yeah.
So grab it now while it's free, is what we're trying to say.
Hopefully it inspires people to make something like that.
Yes, and please don't hesitate to share the amazingness that you guys create. I love seeing what you guys create. So on the Sew Embellishment Creative Hub is where I love seeing your projects or anything that you make really with Sew Embellishment products. I love seeing all that. And if anyone does want a butterfly for their front cover, PM me and I'll start resining and I'll send it out to you and work out a cost and whatever for you. So, but happy to do that if you do want to add a butterfly resin to your front cover. Thank you, everyone. And thanks, Joe. Thank you for being my little support through this 4 weeks. We may have had a few temper tantrums getting the internet sorted, but apart from that, it's been nice to have lots of questions thrown at me and some curveballs. And yeah, it's been really good fun.
Thank everyone for commenting and
sharing.
trying to answer silly things that I've asked.
But not just that, there's been a couple of weeks where people have really poured out their hearts to us, and even tonight there's people going through some pretty hard stuff. So, you know, please don't hesitate to reach out. We are a great community of scrappers as well as, you know, individuals that are happy to help out. So, please don't hesitate to reach out and contact, and don't feel like you're on your own. That's the main thing. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. It's been a short and sweet one tonight. Look at that. Awesome. And I will see a few of you throughout the week at retreat. And I've got an upcoming class in only a fortnight, so I'll see some of you there as well. Thank you, everyone. It's been amazing to have your company, your support, your sharing, your liking, everything. It's been amazing and it's really appreciated. So I thank you all, and I hope you all have an amazing night, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care, everyone. See ya.
Bye.